It killed me, but apparently just me.
Well, I mean, for me, basically until the from the time that the event started until the end of the event, when or not the end of the event, but until you lowered the spawn rate, um, I basically saw something like 10 frames of movement total.
Yeah, that
I
makes sense. Slideshow.
I took I took one action. I got to see that action eventually take place, and by the time I was done with that action and trying to take a second action, you had actually corrected the issue.
By dying so that I wasn't on the screen with everything that was spawning, and yeah. Whatever, worked out.
It did work.
Okay, what am I gonna need for this? I need traps. Very limited on the number of traps that we can build because it costs 30 lizard brick per. And our limiting factor on that lizard brick right now is time, patience, and primarily obsidian.
Right.
Um,
Once the lava's full, I'll make some more obsidian.
well, the problem is that all of the obsidian that's in there from a full tank of lava is good for about 100 lizard brick, which is good for 10 traps.
So definitely, we got to be sparing with the traps then. Got it.
Well, or you can take, a couple buckets of water and go find a whole bunch of lava somewhere, or make yourself a bottomless water bucket.
Yeah, I'm thinking the bottomless water bucket is a good idea.
Yeah, we've got the tokens, the hard mode fishing tokens.
Mm-hmm.
As it is, I currently have about 20 traps to work with. So, dart traps, spiky balls are good. I'm gonna do spikes. Craft spikes, or do I have to go harvest them? You can craft them out of dungeon tokens. So we have to go harvest them from the dungeon one way or another.
But we should have a bunch of dungeon tokens laying around for now.
We have 11 dungeon tokens laying around.
Wow.
Yeah. Luckily... Oh no, every pair of spear traps requires 10 spikes. Oof. Okay, so yeah. Traps. Lava bucket, that's it. Okay, good. Yeah, wiring for this is incredibly complicated. I'm just working on that part. Alright, so I'm going to rely on you to get the obsidian that we need and the spikes that we need, okay?
And I will do the least reliable job I possibly can.
Happen to find the skeleton merchant while you're doing all of your whatever.
I will definitely let you know so that we can get the yo-yo things that you desire.
But morning pauses. Of course I don't. Well, I have to empty out. Or I had 10 empties handy and just wasn't paying attention. That's cool too.
Technically, that's more useful.
Gravestone. Do your thing. Can't wait until we have ravens for everybody.
For everybody?
I mean, everybody can have a pet, right?
Yes.
Ravens for everybody. Or at least ravens for me.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the ravens. Definitely the ravens are valuable. But the slowing effect with the mushy men is actually valuable as well.
Yeah, I don't usually have a, like, the mushy men around to slow things down for me. I have them around to kill things so that I can ignore them while I'm building and such.
Ah, yeah, raven's definitely going to be better for that.
Go. Step 1. Started.
Man, these ravens don't play around.
No, they're really powerful. Actually, am I even going to be able to... Okay, good. I can pick the dart trap back up, even though I don't have, like, brick capable stuff yet. Okay, good. No real max range. Just goes. One of the big issues that we had for doing this, or was we didn't have the kind of damage output from traps that we will. Sure.
I mean, definitely that is one way to take serious advantage.
And get the traps to the point that they're mostly killing off the morning wood, and we mainly just have to deal with the pumpkin.
And especially since the morning wood is the one I'm most concerned about getting dead.
Yeah. much that. Guessing. Been way too long since I've done most of this, so. About 20 blocks. Okay. Bad. Oh. How's it going on your end?
Slow.
Yeah?
Yeah, this water doesn't actually like to pour over the top of the lava much. It seems to just drain away into the background.
Hi.
What's up?
Oh, just wanted to place down one piece of dynasty wood in a specific area, and in the time it took me to grab that one piece of dynasty wood, my wings ran out and I started dropping, and yeah. Silliness.
Ah,
Silliness.
one of those.
Trying it. So the, having the spiritualist there didn't seem to do anything useful for us. Put the weapon master there. Hire
Yeah, that
him.
makes sense. Ah, these ravens don't play.
Oh, they rip things apart. They're pretty much like the, what you use until Moonlord, if I remember right.
I mean, they're basically a better version of the butterflies.
I need... Alright, we're using that then. Remember how to... Basic idea being to activate a bunch of timers in sequence and then kill the creature that I used to activate them. That. And a butterfly. I don't think I'm muted, Cooper. Are you not hearing me?
I hear you just fine.
Okay. Probably just wasn't talking enough at the right time. What? That with the brain because it helped me proper in my head. There. See, a bit low compared to what you're used to. That might just be me being quiet. I need a bunch of timers. Don't have. Probably need a bunch of watches. Yep.
You're not able to just buy them?
Timers? Don't think so. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure that these are a crafted item.
I mean, it makes sense.
It should have been watch, but was Yisha instead. And spasmed or something. Oh, platinum. Timers. Perfect. This is so much easier now. Can't get over how much nicer this is.
What, with the grand design?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to admit things are going pretty decently well down here.
That's good news.
Rapidly closing in on 1,000 obsidian.
Okay, that's more than enough. Bikes are going to be much more important than that.
Did I just hear you teleporting, or was that some sort of weird monster?
The bat not hit the... Does this no longer work? You did not hear me teleporting.
I heard a teleporting sound, and it sounded close.
But the player. Oh, blues are when only the player. That's my problem. Wrong pressure plate. yellows, not blues.
Oh my.
Oh.
Corruption mimic.
I assume that didn't last long.
Oh, I just fear it is all.
Beautiful.
Oh, right. My home is still set here.
Aye. There we go. Dart traps wired up. Whoops, got it right the first time. Okay, super fast and easy to fix mistakes these days. Alright, now we're just a pile of traps away from ready.
Nice. Well, I put the obsidian in the system.
Okay.
Well, that was unfortunate.
There was. Oh. I also placing. Okay. Selectively trim away just. Hi. Just need those spikes now.
So I need to head to the dungeon.
Yes.
You can do that.
We are spikes away from ear traps. Dungeon. Don't have a teleporter for yet, because we don't really have a teleporter for anything yet, but we can take the ocean farm teleport to at least be a little closer. There. Now we can get it done fast.
And you said I'm hunting spikes and tokens, right?
Well, tokens are only needed for more spikes. Every 10 spikes is 2 spear traps. And I think if I'm gonna do 6 by 6, I want it 180 spikes. We'll see how that does. Doing alright, I've got most of them already.
Seem to be mining a little bit faster than me.
Bit. Oh, hey, Minotaur.
He got Minotaur up.
All. Uh, 209 spikes. Good for now. The ravens are trying so hard to... like, where they're weakest. But yeah, I've got the, Crystalline Charm and the Miner Enchantment, plus a, Mining Potion. And then, otherwise, I think about the same level of pickaxe. I'm using the Dragon's Pickaxe.
I'm not familiar with that one.
What pickaxe are you using?
I am using the pickaxe axe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're... a bit, I think the pickaxe axe is just the, that's the hollowed bar one, right?
Yeah, that's the one that you initially used to get the chlorophyte.
To be confused with the ham drill, 200% pickaxe power. Yeah, this one only has 155% pickaxe power, but is fast speed.
This is not fast speed.
And I believe that there's a 100%... Well, the Berserker pickaxe, but we need Berserker shards for that, and I don't even know how to get those.
You make them.
Molten residue, hellstone bar, magma slab, and concentrated thorium.
Yeah, the concentrated thorium is the problem.
Yep, ectoplasm. Okay. Oh, to do 360. Why do I want 360 spikes? That doesn't sound right. Demon blood pickaxe with the demon blood shards. That would do it. Red pickaxe with the dread soul. Harbinger pickaxe with the Harbinger catalyst. Pixie dust, soul of light, arcane dust, and concentrated thorium. Something tells me that that concentrated thorium is going to be the limiting factor for all of them.
I expect the concentrated thorium to be a popular ingredient soon.
Trying to find a better than vanilla pickaxe with 200% pickaxe power that we can make already, you know?
Makes sense.
Because being stuck with the vanilla speed pickaxe is not great. Now, the pickaxe axe is listed as a fast speed. It's probably equivalent to what I've got.
It says average speed.
Well, this is also, like, with my mining stuff equipped.
Right, which I have all of my being a summoner stuff equipped instead.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a bunch of enemies here.
Dark seal stuff is all very outdated. Okay, get rid of it.
How are you doing for spikes so far?
I'm good.
You good on spikes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so does that mean I should stop collecting spikes?
You can stop collecting spikes now if you want to. Our limiting factor on spear traps is now obsidian.
What, again?
There's never winning. You know that. There's just temporary reprieve.
I guess that's true. The haphazard way that I'm removing the spikes from all of these pink walls makes them look like a bunch of defanged gums.
That's terrible.
Wow, that poor Minotaur.
Oh, what'd you do to it?
It just happened to be surrounded by ravens.
And then it ceased to exist?
Yeah. Reminds me of this picture that I see every now and then on Imgur of this great big T-Rex skeleton covered in lawn flamingos.
That's hilarious.
And the subtext always reads, "A flock of lawn flamingos can skeletonize a T-Rex in under 15 seconds."
I like it.
While the ravens may not excel in the tight corners of the dungeon, nothing can get away from them once they've got it.
Sorry, I missed that. Apollo Cat knocked. What'd you say?
I said, while the ravens do not excel in the tight hallways and sharp corners of the dungeon, nothing can really escape them once they've got it.
Yep. That is accurate. Oh, crud. But I cut the connection. I only cut one of the connections, so. There. Things, actuated. Good. Whoops.
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 What did we whoops?
Wrong, lever.
What did the wrong lever do?
No big deal. Alright, so we've got spikes and such set up. We've got traps and stuff going. We've got spiky ball and spear death raining down from above where things will appear. Want to give this a shot?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
You're going to want your full suite of combat potions for this.
Yeah, I'm also going to want to empty my inventory.
Cool if we had some of the pumpkin banners.
Do we not?
Don't think so. Cool if trophies worked as banners. something that I think a lot of people will want.
We have 3 of the Scarecrow banners.
Huh. I mean, it'll make them die slightly faster. Yes, Tharclock, we are using Thorium, and Thorium is giving us a bit of a sequence break. When you kill the Lich, they can drop the Pumpkin Moon Medallion. So we're going to kill some Pumpkin Moons and get our Summoner cranked up with spooky gear before we even touch Plantera.
Can you think of any other weak enemies we might have got 50 of?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll just bring one of the Scarecrow banners then.
We accidentally did a traveling merchant.
I didn't do it. Was it all the traps?
It was the lava, actually. He spawned near me and then got teleported into the lava. I just kind of watched him die, thinking, huh, that, yeah, he's gonna, there's nothing I can do about this, is there? Oh well, bye.
I was gonna say, what do you think this is, Reno? Shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
Oh. Sadly, I think we're about good. Well, the other part of it, though, is we haven't killed Plantera and we're building with jungle traps. Lots of them. Because we can craft jungle traps from some other mod that we're using. We can craft lizard brick out of obsidian and hellstone. And then use the lizard brick to craft jungle traps. So we've got spear traps and that sort of thing. I think it's IMK Sushi that allows that. Maybe Fargos. I don't know. All I know is I really need to go through the list of weaponry that Thorium has to offer me, because I just don't have the good stuff at this time.
And we do want you to have the good stuff.
Terraria does happen from time to time, Harmony. Yes, Thorium has a ton of stuff. We are doing classes. I'm the melee and the tank. Speaking of, I should really go, if we're going to be doing this, I should really go back to full hoarding gear. Oh wow, right, I forgot I'm broke. Well, that sucked.
What happened?
Out of money.
Hmm. Well, I could certainly hand you money.
Got extra worm scarves.
When I should just throw you all my money?
You don't mind. Cape of the Ivor. Killed the Lich once earlier. I got a spirit band out of it, and that means that I now get to make Cape of Ivor. Still gonna use the worm scarf though.
I can't seem to throw it.
Put it in a box.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're having trouble throwing it, though.
Just won't let me.
What button are you pushing?
T.
I was able to do it with both T and by right-clicking. Plat. Get my reforging done.
If it doesn't, we're in trouble.
Oh no, that one we stepped away from because it was too OP. In fact, a lot of the cargo stuff has been too much. But the essences and stuff, they just give you, you know, more stats instead of completely broken mechanics. Darn it. Recording. Probably make myself the mechanical glove. Warrior emblem. My the teammate I've got with me at the moment is Finn, who is our summoner. When we make videos, I've got a healer and a bard that joins us as well.
But really, all you need is DPS and and a healer bard.
Yep, I even had the power glove ready to go for it. Mechanical glove. Can I make into the fire gauntlet? The fire. Ooh. Alright, the fire gauntlet will be worth making later. In vanilla, the fire gauntlet's not worth it because you take the mechanical glove's 12% damage in melee speed and you reduce it to 10% to give your attacks the on fire buff, which isn't that good. But with blue magic, once we are post Mood Lord, we'll be able to I'll be able to make the crystal fire gauntlet. Great. Oh. Do that way too often. Keep hotbar on the cell phone. Violent. The way I do my accessories is I find how much gold the +4s are worth for that accessory, and then I just cycle until I get to that amount, and then check which one it is. Because my brain is able to recognize number a lot faster than letter. So I know I'm shooting for 8 gold, 40 silver right now. Just every time I see the 8 gold, 40 silver, I check and see if it's my warding or not. Same with the Ankh Shield, I'm shooting for 12 gold.
On the other hand, I have a much easier time looking for the word.
Thank you very, very much, OMG, it's Nightmare Gaming, for subscribing. Always greatly appreciated. Gold 40. That's cheap to do. Ting, ting. God, I hate reforging.
Why is this dollop of honey not falling?
I don't know which dollop you're looking at.
The one that's hovering in the air above the lava over here.
Over here. You realize I can't see anything, right?
I'm sorry, I'm still at the traps you built.
Okay. So I have no idea I have no idea what dollop of honey, because I scooped a dollop of honey that was over there up with a bucket and didn't put any back down. 6. Searching for. Oh, there we go. Hoarding.
Well, a dollop of honey shows on my screen hovering in midair, and I'm standing on top of it.
That's very strange. I think you might be a little desynced. And I'm absolutely certain that if I was using that ridiculous sword, we would have no problem with the Pumpkin Moon. Which is also why I'm not using that ridiculous sword. Alright, I gotta see if I can make myself some better armor as well. I'll have to forgive some on-camera research here, folks. Trying to figure out what's going on. Is there a way for me to make Terraria play sound even when it's in the background? Doesn't look like it. That would be an awesome mod, Tharclock. I've never heard of it, though. Click the Terraria icon to minimize it. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that worked.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Clicking on the Terraria icon in the taskbar to minimize it instead of clicking away to another window directly does cause it to continue playing sounds.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I had to click it on the taskbar. I clicked the icon on the window, and then clicked minimize, and that stopped the sounds. Alright, so let's look through the things that... I lost the stone sledge. That's the thing that I lost. If that made it back... It did! Excellent. This is the stone sledge comes from boulders, rocky boulder mimic, and is really nice. Godly. 50. Post Moonlord. Moving on. Strange plating. If I remember right, that is something that we can get our hands on. Yeah, crafting material that drops from the Twins, Destroyers, and Skeletron Prime. Thrown axes have slight homing. Okay, so this is not quite as good as the stone sledge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the freezing and frostburn debuffs aren't that great. Titan Boomerang requires Titanic bars. We're not there. Ship's helm can drop from the Flying Dutchman. Throws a steering wheel, 37 tiles. Inflicts the Midas debuff, making enemies drop more money on death. That's hilarious. Geode Boomerang is... Okay, so Stone Sledge is the best of that. I'm on the weapons page, and the, when I'm at the boomerangs, the Stone Sledge is listed after the Titan Boomerang. So which weapons page are you talking about? Starclock. Because I would love something like that, because that's how the vanilla weapons are, yeah, the mimics spawn already. The, Titan Boomerang is significantly better than the Stone Sledge. It's, or it should be, I would assume. Critical strikes will be 3 times as effective. But yeah, the boulder mimics, spawn after any single mechanical boss has been killed. And they all drop a melee weapon. Got the Absinthed Fury. We haven't got Glacier or Surtur's sword. Striking enemy will momentarily summon molten stalagmites in a line in front of the player for about 20 tiles, rapidly damaging enemies and inflicting on fire. Alright. That sounds awesome. How do I find a molten boulder mimic? Underground Jungle for the Absinthe of Fury. Underworld for the Molten Boulder Mimic. Okay. That won't be tough. And Glacier is the Snowy Boulder Mimic, but it's a flail. I don't like flails. Never liked flails. I might try to go get that sword. But yeah, the vanilla weapons are usually listed somewhat in the order you can get them, but even they are questionable at best. The first hammer was fun. Spearmint. Dropped by flying snakes. Those are a jungle temple thing. Darn. Flicks venom and a spear. Eh. I don't like the spears. We've got the Eye of the Destroyer, but we don't have the yo-yo glove to make the yo-yo bag, which makes me sad. No. It just like select all, and that'd be too easy, wouldn't it? The dragon stuff, the Saba, I know those don't work for us. Durasteel, I think the Tooth Consumer, yeah, you're made with unfathomable flesh. We're well past that. Thermogenic Impaler, dropped by Cosnix, well past that. Prime's Fury. Hard mode broadsword made with Excalibur, Strange Plating, Hallowed Bar, Soul of Fright at the Soul Forge. Remember right, Excalibur comes from the solar eclipse. No, it's made from Hallowed Bars. Okay, so this is a thing I could make. Has a chance to launch an energy wave projectile upon swimming that damages a single enemy twice, with each damage take nearly triple the base damage of the sword. Sword auto swings, and both the sword and the projectile emit light particles. Yeah, let's. I think I've got the soul. We've got the Soul Forge, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you make that with the free goodies. All right, so let's. Ooh, got dark. Yep, there's. So, 1 Excalibur, please. That to make Prime's Fury. Okay, that's pretty hilarious. Alright, so Soul Render comes from the Lich. Oh. Scalper and Executioner. The Executioner I love. Weapon Master. Scalper also comes from the Weapon Master. It launches a dagger projectile upon swinging that acts like a boomerang. Yeah. Neat, but no. Palladium Slicer we could have made, but I haven't for some reason. Same with the Lodestone Claymore. Yeah, the sheer damage potential on this is just too low. Glacier had and discarded for not being able to up the damaged. Illumite. We gotten our hands on?
Don't think so.
Ah, goes up after defeating Plantera. The sword you make from it is kind of meh. 58 damage? Oh, it auto-targets. That's why. And applies the illuminated debuff, causes them to take increased damage. Okay, so that makes it potentially worthwhile. Titanic bars. Oh, we can make Titanic bars.
But what kind of resources do you have to sink into those?
Thorium bar, bright soul dust, dark soul dust.
See, it was a Titanic. Because you the reason. I'll be over here if you need me.
Okay, the Titan packs. That's the pickaxe axe that is current. Because the Titan stuff is locked behind the Soul Forge. Alright. Check out these Titan wings. They have a 77 high flight. Compare that to normal wings. Or the... I think I'm still using, So, maybe we should make spooky wings. Spooky wings for everybody! Wings are 81. Yeah. Alright, so much for the Titan wing. They look cool, though. Titan armor. Limited 12%. Increased melee speed. Increased length of invincibility after taking damage. Okay. Wonderful. That bonus damage done increased by 18%. That's pretty nice. So, 48 total. Lodestone is 47. So, kind of a side grade. End up with a EPS focus instead of the Lodestone, which is a more tanky focus, giving me a bunch of damage reduction and making things more likely to target me. I think that I use the Lodestone until I can upgrade to the Turtle, which is the next... Turtle and Beetle are the next tank sets that I remember. Turtle being made with chlorophyte and turtle shells, Beetle being made with a drop from the Golem and turtle stuff. The Titan armor's out. You want to make the Titan axe. Then we've got the sword and the scythe and the boomerang. Scythe is a radiant weapon. That's right, all the scythes are healer stuff. Boomerang is decent, but inferior compared to, let's see. multiple can be thrown out. Critical strikes will be 3 times as effective. Okay. But the sheer damage differential between the Titan Boomerang and the... Where'd it go? Stone Sledge. The Stone Sledge is just powerful. 48 base damage on the Titan Boomerang, 70 on the Sledge. It's time 15 for both. Critical chance 10% for both. Sledge does about 25% more damage than the listed. And then the normal ones, the Echoes, do regular damage. I don't know. I mean, the Titan Boomerang's cheap. Maybe I should just make one and see. Light discs. Oh, these are a material now. Oh, they're just a material for making the throwing damage light disc from Fargos. I don't remember how... I don't know how I accidentally activated camera mode. So, goodbye light discs. We're no longer useful because we have the Stone Sledge. To be our boomerang of choice for now. Goodbye money. Oh, never mind. One-click godly.
Oh, in that case, could I have some money?
You could.
Thank you.
I didn't know that you were, hoping to get some of that back.
Well, it wasn't initially, and then you came across the Titan packs, and I actually made one. But it came out sluggish, which is terrible.
Yes. Yes, it is. There we go. Legendary Prime's Fury. Anyone remember the best modifier for yo-yos? I feel like it's godly. Could be wrong.
I've never actually known what the best modifier for yo-yos is. I would have just assumed Duncan.
Godly modifier is slightly better crowd control than the demonic one, but the increased knockback may reduce number of hits per second. Both modifiers can be regarded as best. Okay. What's the exact difference between godly and demonic then? Oh, just a little bit of knockback. I prefer the knockback, having the knockback to not having it. But if I come across demonic, then we're going to stop spending money. I like that. Titan sword, damage 52. Yeah, we're not going to bother. Really, just the Titan packs is the only Titanic item that I'd be interested in that I can see at the moment. Hey, the swords are listed in a sortable list. Cool. Wyvern Slayer. Sold by the blacksmith after defeating the golem. That's hilarious. Wow, yeah, okay. Suitor's sword is like the highest basic damage sword. And otherwise, I'm looking at... Ooh, hello, Soul Render. Now that's the thing that's dropped by the Lich. Creates a sickle projectile with every swing, similar to the one the Lich fires. Barely moves at first, but quickly increases in velocity. But yeah, I'd like to get my hands on that.
We can fight more Lich.
Indeed we can. And what else do you drop? The Wither Staff, Phantom Ward, the Soul Cleavage, Spirit Band, the Lost Cross. What are you? Hard Mode Healer Accessory. Moving on. Okay. So, I've got pretty much the best weaponry I can at the moment. I really need to get that... I need a way to make the skeleton merchant appear before me, like, on demand. This is expert. Cavern layer. Sells the yo-yo glove at any time during hard mode. Alright. We're gonna go run around until I find that merchant, because I really think that the yo-yo is gonna be my best bet right now, if I can just get the bag made.
Okay, so we're looking for the skeleton merchant.
Also, I need to find something that can hit me, but not too hard, and damage taken testing. Go. Well, that's certainly not too hard. Not hard enough. The piranha's doing real damage. Giant bat. 26. Three. Can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know if that was fixing it or not. You don't do enough damage. Mimic 56. 74. Okay. So it's a pretty good bet that the damage reduction from the 2 damage reduction accessories stacks. Yeah. Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting as well, Tharklock, that the pre-hard mode modded stuff didn't scale properly. Okay. Blood Moon Rising. Well, the strange bulb definitely displaced the background bushes, I think that the life fruit can as well, but I'm not certain.
Appears to.
Okay. I am finding no notes or tips on finding the skeleton merchant.
Well, I went on a hunt for him and just got killed.
There, minor enchantment will show up on the screen because he does not show up on the life form analyzer. Figured I was bound to find him if I just ran back and forth in the cavern layer. Oops, we get into the jungle and the subway ends.
Sorry, I did mention I hadn't finished in that direction.
Come on. See, stuff like this, where there's an item that you can only get from a rare spawn creature that you have no possible way of forcing. That's what gets me tempted to, like, pop open NEI or something like that. Rabbit. Oof, oof, oof. there's a teleporting butterfly down here. There's not one for the skeleton merchant, unfortunately. Nope. I'm out of patience. Oh, that's the other use of what we got going. We can make life fruit with the jungle spores.
Yes.
Which we're generating quite a few of. Alright. I'm not too proud.
What's going on?
Enabling cheat sheet to go grab a yo-yo glove, because this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
We've spent like 3 hours total between a few different days looking for this skeleton merchant just to get the yo-yo glove.
It's true.
Not useful for anything else. Only thing the yo-yo glove does is make the yo-yo bag. Oh, and that's actually required for the gladiator's soul for Fargos. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 4.
Makes sense to me.
Alright, how much would this have normally cost me? 50 gold.
Each or total?
Each. 2 platinum, into the trash. Gone forever. Can't get much more fair than that. The only thing I did was save myself time.
That's not true. You also saved us headache.
And yelling. I saved my vocal cords from all of the frustrated yelling. I'm sure there's a mod that adds a skeleton merchant NPC who will move in. Master Yo-Yos. Thank you for your patience while I worked on this. It's directed at you, Finn.
That is not a problem.
Oh, right. The others don't show up until you do damage.
I see.
Okay, so, pumpkin time?
Yes,
Die
that.
horribly again, but basically inevitable when you're doing the pumpkin mood with free Plantera gear. Free chlorophyte gear.
Mm-hmm.
You can technically get chlorophyte before you, do Plantera, right?
Yes.
In fact, I think, like, now is when you should be farming the stuff. Whatever. Got
Out
your...
of curiosity, where am I standing on your screen?
You're occasionally, popping up into mid-air and then falling down into the lava. Have you reconnected? Because that block's not there on my...
Let me, oh heck, I'll have to resummon everything anyway. Yeah, let me reconnect.
That might have gotten rid of things.
Okay, yeah, now the block's not there.
Don't forget team.
There we go, now my hair's the right color. Summoning balloon.
9 ravens. Ridiculous. I like it. Remember that everything's going to get ported in down here.
All right. Apart from buffing, I'm as ready as I'm getting.
Okay. See the switch I'm standing next to?
Mm-hmm.
That's the turn on the trap switch. Feel free to flick that on. Going to...
Yay, I get to flick the switch.
Sundial to make it night. And here comes the bad guys. Okay, so now, Yes, the additional, yo-yo does fire lasers. That's fantastic. Alright, I'm hitting near 1800 damage per second in a little, in the pack. I imagine yours is much higher than that. Oh, there's... Thanks to ravens, getting everything.
Kind of.
Ow. 30,000 hit points. Just takes a long time to burn through when you don't have Plantera gear yet.
Mm-hmm.
For a single target, the hammer's my better bet.
Man, he would not get off of me.
Berg. Ooh, my extra yo-yo stuff doesn't... Oh, yeah, it does. Only works if I hit something when it's close enough to me. really not doing the damage that I want it to. Yeah, I'm doing better with that without even using the mechanical glove. Alright, so the yo-yo experiment is unfortunately a failure.
Aw.
Sledge is far superior. Trying to keep the pumpkins busy. So
Thank you
can
for that.
focus on killing the morning woods and getting the spooky stuff, and because I am pretty good at dodging them. I mean, most things can be handled by flying in figure-8 patterns.
How did a morningwood get up there?
They can climb. And also, it might have spawned near me. Long. Try the prime saber. Nope. You have to let it get right up on you, and then you're in trouble. Maybe I can kill them before they kill me. Doesn't look like it though.
Good luck.
Vampire knives would be the answer to that. Ow. You enjoy the riding broom. Oh, I was really hoping to kill at least one more of the... Okay, there we go. Good. Alright, time's up. No, don't... Oh god, they move fast.
Time to find out what we won.
That spider. Raven staff. Oh. Plenty of spooky wood. Well, they can't just float the Morning Woods. They have to have a set of blocks to face upward through.
Ooh, plenty of Morningwood trophies.
Yes, you get a trophy from basically every Pumpkin and most of the Morning Woods. Okay, so... Oh, I can have a raven now, if I wanted. Good. Fighter... Oh, I've got a raven. Never mind.
We now have a banner for the Splinterlings.
Got a Hellhound banner.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
What the?
Horseman. What?
Just the nurse teleporting into weird places and dying.
Oh.
Oh, hey, spooky hook.
Doesn't look like I picked up any of wood this time.
I think I picked up enough spooky wood for one more piece of equipment, probably. I'll find out here once I'm done clearing everything off of the battlefield.
Horseman's Blade is not as cool as I was hoping.
Oh, that's a little disappointing.
Okay. Never mind, it's actually pretty interesting. Weird. Very weird. They'll need to get up in the thing's faces and hit them to make use of it, though. It is just not happening yet.
Okay, so we're definitely going to have to fight at least one more time to finish off the armor.
Okay.
But based on our current record, that should finish off the armor set.
Well, looks like I have a deadly Raven Staff for now, as I ran out of stuff. Monies. Again.
$dollar bills.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to take a pirate break to fix that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Grab 3 of the maps. We've had our merchant over there respawn so that we can sell throughout. Forget, you probably won't need more battle potions for this.
So I should store them?
Yeah.
Let me store.
I always keep mine in my piggy bank.
Can you buff while they're in the bank?
I pull them out when I'm no longer, when I, need them.
Okay. Okay, seriously? Get inside.
She end up there anyway?
Don't know. She seems to have really weird ideas about where she's supposed to be at.
No luck yet on accessories. Do they only drop from the Dutchman, maybe? Can't remember. Ow! That was unexpected. Nothing does damage like this Executioner's Axe yet. I'm willing to get up close and personal. 24 carat tuba. What?
Is it a barred weapon?
Yes, of course it is. Hey, I got a discount card. Fantastic. Applies to reforging.
Nice.
I don't think you even need to equip it. I think it...
Do you have any interest in the Juggernaut?
Juggernaut?
62 melee damage. Looks like a flail.
Nope. Cuba. F's gonna want that.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Saphs don't sell. Well, ready to go do another round of the Pumpkin Moon, or do you want to go kill the Lich? Do one or the other. Both require nighttime.
How many pumpkins do we have left?
Just the one.
Well, we do get more pumpkins for fighting the Lich.
Yep. Lich does drop that sword that I want to try out.
Which would probably be useful versus the... I mean, logically, nothing we do is really going to do enough damage, but the sword might do more.
Your ravens do enough damage. They come from the pumpkin event. Expect them to be able to proper tier for them.
Yes, but frantically resummoning them every 30 seconds isn't all that great.
Well, stop dying.
Yeah, about that.
Discount card is a 1 out of 100 from the Dutchman. And I had it in my social slot. 1 out of 2,000 for the others. Our clock reports. Alright. Up to the platform where we usually fight things.
Yeah, sure. Wee. All right. Well.
Ow. Watch out. You decided you were more interesting briefly.
Yeah, I gotta be careful that doesn't happen because it's bad for me.
Down he goes.
Oh, nice. That was much faster. Unfortunately,
That's
for
cute.
some reason, it doesn't seem to work on the Halloween event.
What do you mean?
This weapon just doesn't seem to fire during the pumpkin mode.
That's hilarious.
So I have to shoot bees everywhere instead. Nimble Death Grip.
Okay, well, we got the cross for, yeah, silent. But otherwise, we cannot boss loot token these with sushis, so...
So another one?
Yep. Tell them off, try it again. Change targets. There we go. Lich is phylactery dead. So have the banners worked out at all for you?
Somewhat. The biggest benefit they've provided so far is just the ability to target my minions again.
Okay.
I get a very, very, very minor healing buff from the morale banner. And I get a very, very, very minor defense buff from the combat banner. And I'm not sure if the battle banner works or not.
Alright then.
Huh, another phantom wand. Glorious.
And he's targeting you.
What the? I have not seen that attack before.
Sounds like phylactery died. I'm not 100% certain if that's required for killing him or not. I would expect so,
I would expect so.
given he's a lich.
I mean, it's required for killing me.
Where'd my bag go?
Should be right here.
No, I
Unless
had
it
it,
fell through.
and I right-clicked it, and I didn't get anything out of it.
Large soul render. Here you go.
Cool.
You're flying all around me. Weird. There, take your soul render.
Goal render, 4 gold, 68.30. With the discount card in my inventory. 4 gold, 68.30. With the discount card equipped. 3 gold, 74.60. Okay, so it needs to be equipped.
Good to know.
It broke again. You got money.
Let me see. I have a platinum.
Not much then. All that trouble to get the yo-yo bag, and it's just not as good as the stone sledge. I really wanted it to be.
I mean, we needed it anyway.
Yeah. Still annoyed.
Mm-mm. So I've still got at least another 60 seconds before my phylactery comes off a cooldown.
Okay.
Because staying alive, staying alive.
Alright, so I'm finally out damaging, well, I'm finally getting comparable damage to the Executioner without needing to be right up inside of something's face.
Alright, so my withdrawal is over. Should I grab my battle potions?
Yeah, sure. Get any more pumpkin moons?
Yeah, they're in the system.
Cool. Want to jump tonight or fight pirates while we wait for nightfall?
That's a fair point. Let's fight pirates.
Okay.
Because we still need money.
Always. Perpetually. Didn't we have one? We managed to find a coin ring. Found 2 gold rings. Oh, that just increased pickup range. Never mind. Need a lucky coin. Need. Whoops. Are they still approaching?
Mm-hmm.
Do these not work? Does the summon not work during pirates either? The lasers?
That's a good question. Okay, I had no idea the Weapon Master did that kind of thing.
Only if you hire him. Oh, hey, I got the ship's helm.
Nice.
Now for the most ridiculous boomerang. Those fly, like, forever. Times like this, I realize I am not the DPS. Like, shredded that thing. Ow.
It's alright.
Oh.
I frequently realize I'm not the tank.
There was a sniper that we didn't take care of. Wow. You, did not last.
There was one of those fun glitchy moments where an enemy teleports inside of me.
Pirates defeated. New. Alright, time for another.
Separating the banners by event.
Yep. Keep track of which ones we got, which ones we still need.
Well, I just added the most important banner to our collection.
Oh. Parrot? Parrot?
Parrot.
Tuba. More tuba. Oh, we're out of pirates.
So we are.
Another gold ring. Hooray.
Some lovely golden platforms.
Yep. Lovely golden trash. Deckhand and Deadeye, we think. Yep. We're low on rubies.
Huh.
Yeah. Do something about that.
I'll keep my eye open for them.
You know you've grinded out enough drops when you get a lag spike picking them up. Darn tootin'. Alright, we have got about 2 minutes in game before, well, about a minute before it's time for Moon. So I'm gonna hit the restroom. I'll be right back. Back with 15 seconds to spare.
Well, no need to rush. My phylactery is still on cooldown.
Oh. We can always restart the night with a couple of clicks of the portable sundial.
Shouldn't take too much longer. No, I don't need a builder potion.
What's the cooldown on your phylactery?
The total cooldown is 8 minutes, I think. It's only got like a minute left, I'm pretty sure. As soon as I get out of this inventory, I'll be able to tell you exactly.
And what's the phylactery do?
It stops me from dying.
Oh, okay.
When I take lethal damage, it's like, nope.
Yeet.
It is utterly vital to continuing to have a summoner.
Could look up the soul render. Maybe it can't be. No, it doesn't seem it can't have any particular modifier, so I should be able to put the legendary modifier on it. Getting unlucky, I guess.
Apparently. Alright, I'm all set.
Darn it. Alright. Shall we get this show on the road?
1 second. I accidentally dumped every single potion in the system again. Like an idiot. Not even sure how I did that.
Shift click.
There we go, fixed.
Oh, okay, you're good to go then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll meet you at the place of battle.
How long does the Weapon Master stay hired for?
I don't know. I died. Gone now. I tried to hire him again, and it told me that someone already had him hired.
Ah, interesting. So he stays hired past your death.
I assume it's meant to be like 24 hours?
Apparently. He's telling me he's already accompanying someone as well.
Yep. Okay. You've defeated the 350th Scarecrow. Aren't you proud?
Yes, yes I am.
Worth it. Whoops. Sorry about that. Didn't expect that text message. Well, I've died and used the item, and there's still nothing. So maybe it's only supposed to last until you die, but it's lasting longer in this case.
Interesting. Will you get up off me? I haven't even had a chance to summon anything yet.
Nope.
And I never did.
I don't seem to have a flask. Oh good, here comes another pumpkin or two.
Two. I dodged the first one.
I flew right into it. How much wood do you need per piece?
So, I need 250 for the final piece. The final piece is not the biggest piece, but it is what is left.
Okay. Well, then we're good. I got 422 on me.
Oh, we're fine then.
Oh, I'm going to end this farce.
For heaven's sake.
What?
You ended it. Everything started to leave. And then I got caught with a flaming scythe.
Ah. I, on the other hand, chased down to kill and killed a Morningwood while it was trying to flee. The accessories I'm using, I am currently using the Barbarian's Essence from Fargo's. 18% increased melee damage, 10% melee speed, 5% melee crit. Will be upgraded to the Gladiator Soul after we kill the Moonlord. I'm using the Mechanical Glove for 12% increased melee damage and melee speed. I'm using the Firestorm Boots, which I'm honestly thinking about doing away with because of this broom. I'm using the Ankh Shield. Oops, I forgot to put my Cape of the Survivor back on. Probably would have helped a bit. Using an Ankh Shield, which is going to be upgraded into the Terrarium Defender once we defeat the Moonlord. Using a Warding Worm Scarf because 17% reduced damage taken is just that good. It basically has a permanent spot in my accessory list, no matter what class I'm playing. And I'm using the Cape the Survivor for another 8% damage reduction for defense, on top of whatever modifier you get, some extra immunities, and maxes out 150 damage. Stop those, you know, one-shot hits.
Did you throw that wood in the system yet?
No. There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. The cross necklace can be made into a few things. Namely the Mantle of the Protector, which you can use to make the Cape of the Survivor. Increases length of invincibility after taking damage. I assume that's the portion of the cross necklace you're talking about, as that's its only effect. Sweet Vengeance is the other option, the non-tank option for it. Gives you extra movement speed and causes stars and beams to appear when damaged, in addition to the cross necklace stuff. Yep. The only non-multiple level of combination accessory I'm using right now is the Worm Scarf, and the Cape of the Survivor is actually made with the Worm Scarf. I just found the Worm Scarf, like that 17% damage reduction is just that big that it's worth it anyway. On top of the 8% I get from the other one. I really think it's time to retire the Firestorm boots.
Maybe for you.
The broom is amazing.
What's it do?
This.
Is it indefinite flight?
It's not indefinite, but it's longer than the boots. And it goes in my mount slot.
If it goes in your mount slot, why would you replace the boots with it?
I wouldn't. I'd stop using the boots because I can do better than extra movement speed and the ability to walk on water, ice, fire blocks, and lava. Like, I don't need to run incredibly fast when this thing moves me much faster, you know?
That's a fair point.
Like, this is me with the broom, and then this is me running. It's a 10-mile-an-hour difference. I can, or, no, sorry, 17. I can run at 44 with some build-up. I can fly at 61, and the acceleration is much faster. Or, sorry. No. Yeah, 62. And getting rid of the boots doesn't slow me down. So much like once you get the UFO mount, you can do away with wings and boots. Now that I've got this mount, I feel like I don't need the boots near as much anymore.
That seems fair.
Though I am looking forward to seeing what the next pair of boots do. Terrarium particle sprinters.
Yes.
The wings are technically better than the wings I'm using, but I'm not really using the wings I'm using. Same with the tattered fairy wings. Technically better than the wings I'm using, but getting my flight elsewhere these days.
Whereas I'm actually using the wings I'm using.
Paladin Shield requires us to kill the Paladin, which only spawns post-Plantera. Oh, I see. Once you can. That's what you're saying. Was another accessory that was pretty useful. Let's check out the Thorium mod accessories. Yes, it does, Tharklock. The long-term goal, accessory-wise, for a shield, is to combine the Onk shield and the Holy Aegis from the Thorium mod into that Holy Aegis. Yeah, absorb 25% of damage done to players on your team. That would be really... Hey everyone, you get 25% damage reduction. I take it instead.
So where did you get that broom from?
The event that we were doing. I don't know if it's an incredibly low drop rate or something. Let me check the name of it. Magical Broomstick. Okay, it's not a vanilla item. See, be able to look it up in here and what it's from. It's Thorium mod. Magical Broomstick. Mount summoning item. Doesn't say how to get it on the Thorium wiki. Drops from Pumpkin. Darklock says 6 to 7% chance. I have no idea where you're getting that info. Anyway. Take a look. Accessories that I could get. Always throw Warrior Emblem back on for yet more damage. Take damage, gain the sanguine buff. Blood shards. Requires concentrated thorium. Because I want that. Mask requires the Eye of the Golem and a crate. Sacred Heart. Oh yeah, no, that's part of Sweet Vengeance. Tiny Shell's an option. Harley. Interesting. Special chests that show up in the lava layer of the cavern. As like a multiplayer focused ring. The Ring of Unity. Yeah, I like the Sanguine badge because I take damage and it makes me, it restores my health and gives me damage reduction temporarily. So, the Crown of Thorns, aquatic during hard mode. The aquatic depths, Abyssian in during hard mode. Does not spawn on its own and requires the player to kill aquatic hallucinations in the aquatic depths. They drop abyssal shadows, which will inflict the false presence debuff once for every one picked up. On reaching 3 stacks of the debuff, the forgotten one will emerge. So you can't accidentally fight Abyssian, unless you don't know the mechanic. Carapace requires Spectre Bar, Devil's Carapace. Accessory that is dropped by Cosnics. Provides increased life regen as well as death presumption, recovering the player to 100 life upon taking fatal damage and briefly showing a fiery ring around them to indicate this, once every 2 minutes. Yeah, that sounds like the sort of thing I should add to my list of accessories as the tank. Devil's Carapace. That'll do it for now. At least until I can get my hands on Ocean's Retaliation. But that's the sort of thing that should really be done on screen. Because Devil's Carapace is one that we got by fighting the dude already, so... There we go. Add some extra life regen, and give me a, don't bother with the upgrade. Okay. Life regen by tune, taking fading damage will instead instantly teleport you back to your home. Oh yeah, no point to the upgrade. Okay. So we're gonna trade out the Devil's Carapace for the, the Devil's Carapace, not for the Ghastly Carapace, but for the other one. Wow, that's ugly. Hideously ugly. I can throw this through walls. Neat. I butt up against them anyway. Back to trying to reforge our wool render. Forceful, godly, not quite. Really not having any luck getting that thing reforged. Alright, let's try a thing. I'm going to crank up the spawn rate on the server, Finn. Consider yourself forewarned. First off, before we do that, did not find the antidote. Fuck you. Where'd my jackhammer go? There it is. Wrong box. Whoops. There was a way to set up so that you could just run right through even a very large wall. I know there is, I just don't remember what it is. Been too long since I've played with Hoiks, I don't remember how they work. Oh, this isn't overpowered. No, no, no. Let me, It could be so much more. This is just relying on coin drops. A little bit of loot. Yay! Got a corruption key. This is where it gets OP. When I can turn, 24 of these hard mode fishing tokens into an item that sells for a few gold, where the biomatter sells for an awful lot. Crimson tokens. Oh, I'm getting crimson and corruption tokens in the same area. That's cool. I didn't think that was possible. Biomatter is used with ectoplasm and chlorophyte to make a healer set. And that's about it. You can generate it en masse. Chlorophyte armor itself is basically pointless to us. Because I'm going to be using the turtle here. Everything targets me. Turtle gear I eventually upgrade into the beetle gear. Beetle husks. Thermitis for range. Be able to make that immediately. Ectoplasm for the caster. Not as much. That's okay. What else can we do with ectoplasm? Oh, good, we can make our truffle worms. No need to make a truffle worm farm. Craft them. I'm looking forward to the Flask of Ethereal Flames. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the best flask I can get. Damage reduction music sheet, that'll be cool. Cryomagus gear. But again, caster stuff. Circuit breakers is more caster stuff. Knife binders and technically caster stuff, right? All that healer thing. Spectral blade. Enchanter's sword. Magic hand. Summon a mage hand that can pick up an enemy or items around itself. That's adorable. Definitely looking forward to making that. And solidify dungeon spirit banners into ectoplasm. That is hilarious and amazing. Ah. Thorium also has the Life Bloom gear. Have you looked into that, Finn? Are you even here? Are you slowing down? They seem to be going a lot slower. Might be in my imagination. And has defeated the 50th Angry Trapper. Yep, 2 Crimson Keys, 4 Corruption Keys. We can't actually use the Crimson Keys here, but that's okay. Important part was we came away with 4 Platinum. Stuff we can sell. 327 Biomatter goes for basically another Platinum. Skeletons is 7-ish. Can't directly sell the tokens, but we can turn them into things we could sell. Surprising number of goodie bags. Alright, folks, are approaching that wrapping up time. It is 6 o'clock, and that's about as late as I can go, even when I get a late start. Go do dinner and stuff. Already feel my head going foggy from not having enough of the foods in me. Thanks for hanging out with me while we did some Terraria farming. New video of the multiplayer series goes out tomorrow, and more community multiplayer stuff happening Sunday. See you next time.
Reforging?
Still working on that soul render. It's got attack speed and knockback. It should be able to be legendary.
Yeah, you would think.
Size effects work on it. Absolutely certain that's such. Bulky. Plus size. Alright, damage. Size, knockback, critical. Legendary. There we go. Finally.
It was just being stubborn.
Yeah, like 6 platinum stubborn.
Pretty bad.
Wow, that thing hits hard. That's a lot of damage. Yep, I am pleased.
Good stuff.
Now, this is a item that came from a post-mechanical boss's boss.
Uh-huh.
Do we not have the slasher anymore? Can do it. Come on.
The what?
Slime slinging slasher. Did I, like, bender it to prevent temptation? Like something I'd do.
Is that something you would do?
Yes.
Well, then it does sound like something you would do.
I was going to compare the two, but I don't seem to have that one anymore. Oh well. Apparently the slimy energizer is just a very low drop rate, so finding that was, like, amazing. That's even listed as, like, something that drops. Oh well. That's all. See you later, folks.